meaningful conversation very much. They just kind of match each other's energy, and it goes off the rails.
Yeah. Snoop has done a bunch of them.
Oh yeah, because he presented him with his what was his VHS tapes called? Like the
Oh yeah. Oh fuck
yeah
it was
the
like Girls Gone Wild, but it was like
yeah
Snoop's Girls
yeah
Gone Wild.
like Snoop
I've
smoked out or whatever,
yeah,
and he
I've
was like,
definitely
"I ain't
jerked
even
off to
got
some
this
of those.
motherfucker. This what I've been looking for,
Yeah.
Jamie. Look at this."
Whitney Cummings one was really good because you could tell she just like had no interest in doing it to start, and then like a third of the way to the interview, she's just like, "Wait a minute, what?" Yeah, welcome to Such Good Shoot.
Welcome to Such Good Shoot, the podcast about wrestling and wrestling adjacent topics.
And
I have
sometimes
energy
even
today.
Dude, you're just chilling down there, very quiet, very low energy. Welcome. That's Dozer. That's Shane. I'm Isaac. He's doing his NPR voice. I'm not playing with
No,
that
I'm
shit.
actually more just afraid to scream into this microphone.
Oh, you can scream all you want, dude. Yeah. I messaged these guys earlier. I had an idea of maybe a Vince Russo-esque idea, but an idea nonetheless. There aren't many new match types, and like most match types are, pretty played out. But what about this? This is inspired by the Miz in a way, um, and the idea of being locked out of the locker room, right? And so this is like a match concept for maybe the NXT guys or something, right? You have like a 20-man battle royale. I don't know.
I was afraid
And
you were going to say reverse battle
no,
royale.
no, no. Well, check this out. So you start out with the 20-man battle royale. Every man that gets eliminated out of the first, I don't know, 10, let's say, become lumberjacks on the outside, right? And no, let's do the first 15 are lumberjacks, and you're left with 5 men. Now, these 5 guys are now competing to try to get to the back. And you have a locker room, right, that you're trying to get into. And this is your way to get into the WWF onto the main roster. And now you have to go through a gauntlet of veterans who don't want you there after you go through the lumberjacks. And then the first have 5 of those 5 guys. It's awesome. It's awesome. You see what I'm saying?
Eh,
You see what I'm saying?
no,
You see what I'm
no.
saying? You have a
I
battle
have
royale,
no.
and then 5 guys have to have a
The
basically a street fight to the back. In the back, you have all the veterans who don't want them getting
Okay,
their spot taken on the roster.
plus the other 15 people. So
Once you
5
get
men
no,
have
once you
to
get
battle.
once the 5 men get through the lumberjacks who've already been beaten up, right? Because it's a battle royale, so they're already getting take some shots. But
Okay.
they're there basically to keep it so like once the last 5 guys are there, like it keeps it a little more contained, so someone can't just like run out and fucking try and beeline for the back until it's time. Then these guys fight through, and you have to get up the ramp. And once you get in through the back, then you're going. It's almost like a fucking street fight through veterans who don't want you to get into the locker room because you might be stealing their spot, or at least roster members. And then the
okay.
first one gets into the locker room, gets to be on the TV.
I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
You have the Miz match. Well, I will give you the Maurice match. I am
Okay.
going to add a little French flair to this.
Okay.
And what we're going to have is we're going to have a battle royale, but we are going to completely surround the ring with Cheese Whiz.
I was waiting for the cheese, you son of a bitch.
And we're going to have a royale with cheese.
Oh fuck, man.
Man,
That's almost
And
as bad
he's
as
the one who does the weed.
No, I like that. I like that. Well, I was saying I made a tweet and I was telling you guys that I really do think Ben and Jerry's should do like a Wu-Tang ice cream called Cashews Everything Around Me, and it would be get that cream, and it could be cream with the honey instead of cash
Yeah,
rolls.
yeah.
Cream,
So
get that honey.
I
I mean, come
was
on, it's pretty good.
I still had my VPN on when I popped onto Disney Plus the other day. And did you know if you're in England, there is a Wu-Tang documentary on Disney Plus?
It's a good documentary too, but I haven't seen it on there. I've seen it on fucking. I think it's on the Plex, but
Man,
I could be wrong. Could be wrong about that. Yeah,
imagine American mothers finding that.
be awesome.
Good
Oh,
God.
Disney Plus in England is fucking awesome.
They probably got titties on there. It's England, man.
They have a whole horror section.
I just
So
picture
there
Ariel
gotta
has
be some
got
titties in
big
some of
old
those horror
mermaid
movies.
titties out. What? You don't think? Come on,
Hey,
dude.
while we're talking about horror and titties,
Yeah, Ursula. Perfect mashup of kind of horror with huge titties, right?
no, I was gonna say Samoa Joe's gonna be in the Twisted Metal TV show.
Oh, yeah.
Based on the video game?
Yeah,
I just wish they would bring the video game back.
yeah. But Samoa Joe is gonna be Sweet Tooth.
Damn, that's pretty sweet.
Which one
But
is Sweet Tooth?
the
Is
He had the
there's that?
ice cream
clown
truck.
who has the ice cream.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
But it's a Darth Vader type situation because Samoa Joe's only the body guy.
Oh.
And
That's
Will
stupid.
Arnett will be the voice of Sweet Tooth.
Okay, yeah, I like Will Arnett. He can do fucking any. He can do no wrong when it comes to voice acting. I have a question. Are we ready for the
No.
Chic of the Week?
No,
We
we're
can
not.
be. I don't have a soundboard, so whatever the fuck.
Chic of the Week.
What movie better, Street Fighter 6 or Hulk Hogan have the raisin balls and he can go fuck himself forever 3?
Oh my god, I wasn't expecting that. Definitely Hulk Hogan have the raisin balls and he can go fuck himself 3. That's a classic, dude. That's a classic. Speaking of movies, they're making a She-Hulk movie.
TV show.
Oh, it's a show? Okay. It's a remake either way. You saw the original, right? Y'all have seen the original with WWE's own China.
No. Oh.
Well,
Yeah, you have. Yeah, you fucking have. I love that. Yeah, that's the knowing.
Oh,
Like,
you
god
stop
damn it, you
it.
got me. You got me. Yeah, you know it. All right, y'all are shaking your head out there too.
you
Rest
know
in
what?
peace
It doesn't
to that
matter. It doesn't matter because
green
I'm
dick
better
taking
than you,
monster.
and you know it.
It's true. I got the shirt on. What that was fucking. Kudos to him. He built a great promo slowly, surely. Fucking killed it, man. Killed
Yeah.
it. Great job. CM Punk running out after the TV sets up the opportunity to relive CM Punk and Cena in the end of the Summer of Punk or the Summer of Punk shit, right? And
Yeah.
like let MJF take the title and leave AEW with it.
So
I don't
did
know
not
if
get
it's
to,
it's a work. That's got to be it, right?
Yeah, and I didn't get to watch the story, but apparently Thunder Rosa's not happy with AEW either.
Yeah, there's a growing couple of talents that are voicing some concern with AEW. But I mean, again, that's just what's gonna happen. Like,
Yeah, there's always going to be
like,
people
yeah,
like who
that are not
unhappy.
happy with where they're at because other people are getting opportunity or receiving money they don't think they should be. I mean,
Now,
it is what it is.
now is this? I mean, I don't know. I don't want to give anyone there this much credit, but do you think that there's any possibility that this is a work in that a certain number of these people are going to end up in like a stable of some sort.
That's kind of where my head is.
Just a faction
It-
of you know.
I wouldn't be shocked, and I also wouldn't be shocked if they end up in maybe Ring of Honor, because again, that's on the horizon. So they could, in kayfabe, go
Okay.
look, we're leaving, we're going to Ring of Honor, bye, and that's a good way to establish some talent on that show. Assuming they're not legitimately just that frustrated and
Yeah.
planning on
Well,
leaving.
We're
plus,
just going over there and beating the shit out of the people there to take their anger out.
you could have MJF and Thunder Rosa take on Punk and Serena Deeb.
I would not be shocked if we saw an AJ Lee return.
I would. Yeah.
Have you seen pictures of her recently?
No, but
she's fucking shredded, dude. She got herself shredded.
yeah, she
and
got
she's
that neck injury though, dude.
She's been tweeting a lot. She's been tweeting a lot about it. It seems like if you
Because
follow
she
her,
works for another wrestling company.
where does she work for?
The reboot of Women of Wrestling or one of
Yes.
those. She's like the executive producer.
Yeah, she's like the main bitch.
Head
I
bitch
would
in
still,
charge.
I still would not be surprised to see her come back.
If she came back, I think it would be a singular one-off return and farewell, like mixed tag with Punk against, whomever.
But I would only see it done as some way to promote the Women of Wrestling.
AJ,
Yeah.
CM Punk's. I'm answering Ethan. AJ Lee, she was CM Punk's wife, still is. She had that storyline for a while where she was dating Daniel Bryan, and Bryan was like beating her up, and then she kissed him, and then it cost him the title in the 14-second title match or whatever.
I'm
She
pretty
was
sure
like
she dated like kayfabe dated everybody.
Oh yeah,
Like,
especially
2-year
Kane.
period.
yeah, she was general manager for a second.
She was the psycho kisser, and it was
She was
awesome.
like also one of the two good women's wrestlers on the roster for a period of like 3 years between her and Caitlyn. So
And then Paige got her giant upset victory over her,
which was awesome.
and AJ dropped her pipe bomb.
Another amazing moment.
Kind of started the women's revolution.
So, real quick, I want to circle back to Punk. Obviously, yesterday on Dynamite, we got the announcement that he is facing Hiroshi Tanahashi at Forbidden Door, which is extremely cool. But I think everyone was kind of wondering, where's Okada? That was kind of what everybody thought the easy lock-in was. I was talking to Robert earlier, and he said David Meltzer is reporting that they're planning on doing Hangman Page versus Okada.
Wow. What a fucking moment. What a shot for Page.
Yeah,
if
Hangman
that's true.
for sure.
I mean,
Yeah,
Okada doesn't need a rub from anybody.
Yeah, no. I mean, it's just one of those things that I can't help but think that both, higher ups just couldn't agree on which party would lose, so they just said, "Fuck it, we're not going to do it." And that's just such a shame for pro wrestling, because the likelihood of that match ever even having the possibility of happening again is pretty slim.
Yeah.
But obviously, business is business. Like Hangman's not beating Okada, right?
No,
not even like.
No.
Yeah, it just kind of sucks. And like Tanahashi's not beating Punk. Like Okada versus Punk, even if you look at it as like just an exhibition match, no titles on the line. This is just champion versus champion, company versus company, pride versus pride. Like who fucking knows who wins that?
I mean, I know who booking wise, like if you look at a booking history,
I mean, Okada wins
Okada
that match.
Okada
but
deserves to win that.
no, I
If
mean,
you look at the way that he's been booked, CM Punk. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I'm trying to think of who else in AEW right now would be able to like be even close to the an opponent like CM Punk's level. I mean, you have Daniel Bryan, but
yeah, Brian Danielson's up there.
I guess if he was healthy, you could fucking throw Kenneth in there.
Yeah, but they're not gonna do. I mean, that doesn't make sense on that show because we've seen Kenny versus Okada 4 times already. So
Yeah.
I
Which
don't
is
know
great.
why. I'm picturing a Kenny Omega, Rob Van Dam style speech at Forbidden Door.
It wouldn't shock me, honestly.
I think that would be cool.
Yeah, I mean, if anyone deserves a moment in that situation, it's him.
Get him on the show without, having him get physical.
Yeah, I mean, he's a real big reason why the West pays attention to New Japan.
Yeah,
Like at least to the level that we do now.
Yeah, I totally agree. Even if I don't really like him, he still is fucking Kenny Omega.
Yeah, and Justin Roberts is the best announcer in the business, so my mind's everywhere. Ignore me.
Did y'all see the Justin Roberts intro to the Anarchy in the Arena match?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, he just goes, well, everybody, like shit's about to get real, and then
Shit's
he
about
just
to hit the fan.
Oh yeah, shit's about to hit the fan, and then just walks away. That's all he says.
No, he says it's time for anarchy in the arena. He does.
Wow, that's pretty funny.
Yeah, I mean, Eddie Kingston was trying to set Jericho on fire with the gasoline, man.
Yeah. That's
Everybody was bleeding profusely. I would love to hear your guys' reactions to that, because like the start of the match, Wild Thing, like the Moxley theme is just blaring New Jack style the entire time, and they're all just brawling in little sections, so there's just quick cuts everywhere. Like you can't tell really what's going on. At one point they all just start bleeding at the same time. It's like
oh, they synced up.
Oh yeah, that's what happens. Spend too much time in the locker room together.
Oh,
we
man.
saw was this, I mean, I don't want to get too far ahead, but setting someone on fire, that's are we foreshadowing?
Oh, I guess we are to our main event of the evening.
We don't need to go there yet. I just wanted to throw it out there because it was a moment that made sense.
No.
We're about 20 minutes.
I figured it was time.
Sure, fuck it. Let's jump in. Let's fucking do it.
Time. Where's Mark Henry when you need him?
It's time. It's time. It's Vader time. Which it is. The first match of the
Vader time.
98 Royal Rumble was Vader versus the artist formerly known as Goldust.
In a match that was too short.
It was too short, but it wasn't. I mean, if it had gone too much longer, I don't think it would have been that good either. It was one of those ones.
Did it go?
It was about 8 minutes, I think.
I think it would have benefited from an extra 2. I mean, honestly.
Sure. I just also think if it had gone too much longer, it could have been bad because of the shape Goldust was in at that point.
If it went any longer, they might have had to cut something out of the minis match.
Yeah, it's true too. Yeah. Although it wasn't bad, it was fun. It was a pretty good match for those two guys. Vader always was one of the people who always seemed intimidating as fuck to me as a kid. Like, always was like, that guy would beat the shit out of anybody who got in his way. And I still feel that way about Vader. Like, he's just is like, yeah, that dude will whoop your fucking ass. Like, don't fuck with him. And the Goldust thing that he was doing at that point was like, It was working. He looked like shit personally. Like fucking, he looked like shit. Not as bad as like fucking Gold Dust and TNA, but
You mean Relic?
is that I don't what other did he have
Yeah.
another name there too?
No. It wasn't
Black
Relic.
Rain.
He was Black Rain. Yes.
Yeah, that
He both teamed and fought Relic many times.
it was bad.
Did you know that Relic is killer backwards?
No. I had no idea.
Bum bum. Bum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was pretty good.
It was
you know,
entertaining as
Yeah, it was
fuck.
entertaining. It was pretty hard hitting. I liked towards the finish when the ref went to call the match off when Luna interfered, but then he stopped and he was like, "No, I'm not, calling it off." And then Vader hits the Vader bomb off the top rope, and Luna goes just flying like a sack of shit.
Dude, no, that was like that moment, like because she was on his back. He does the Vader bomb, and her legs went straight up, and it almost was like she almost came straight down on her head. Like it was
Yeah.
not. It looked like it hurt her worse than anyone else in that fucking whole situation.
Yeah, well,
It was
dude.
sketchy as hell, and it looked awesome.
Yeah,
It really
no, I mean
did.
it looked incredible. I mean, and Luna's not like, like the little pixie, fairy diva. I mean,
And even if she was, it's still 120 pounds
yeah.
minimum on your back. Yeah. What do you got on this one?
I don't know. I liked it enough to give it a 2.5 for what it was.
I'm agreeing with you. Should I crack a dozer, a mango or a pineapple?
Mango. I haven't had the pineapple because I
Okay.
hate pineapple.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Well, the
I
pineapple's pretty good.
had the lemon. That was all right. So far, the strawberry guava is still my favorite.
Yeah.
But these are fucking good. Topo
Well-
Chico, man, they hit it out of the park with this one.
I can tell you one thing. I am going to make it a 3-way. But we ain't got no clusterfuck tonight.
Good. Just opened that. Ooh, the mango's pretty good, man. Mm.
The Meltzer gave it exactly half of our rating, a 1.25.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I can see why he didn't like it very much, but I don't agree with him. Especially considering, Jesus Christ, that is one of his favorite matches of the night.
Isaac,
Alright.
you should. Oh, ooh.
Oh, nice. A little agave.
Little agave made by two of the whitest guys in history,
Who's that?
Guy Fieri and Sammy Hagar.
Oh, that's Guy
Good
Fieri's.
God.
There you go. And I can't hate on Guy Fieri anymore. I wish I could, but I can't. I have respect for him. He was very good to the restaurant industry during COVID. He raised and donated a shit ton of money to cooks and servers and shit. But anyway, how is it? Dozer. Oh, your mic is. We have lost audio on Dozer. Say. Oh, there he is.
Fuck that shit.
Oh, he's back. He's back. How is it?
It's pretty damn good.
Nice.
I rather enjoy it. So
Did you like it more or less than the Rock's tequila?
I like it more, but it is a more premium tequila.
Okay, because the Rock's tequila is not that good.
No, but the Rock. I was at the liquor store. He now has at least the full line. He has a Reposado and an Anejo now.
All right, I'll give his Reposado a shot. What was next? Was next minis?
Next is Max Mini and his band of mini minions.
Max Mini is fucking really good.
Yeah, he goes off.
This match was not. I mean, it was short. It was not. It was. It was short time wise, in length, on the height. Well, in height. Sunny was the referee, guest referee. She looked
which
great.
made no sense, and she literally only distracted from the match, which was pretty good. Real quick, Isaac, you should look out for the Topo Chico Margarita variety pack. It's pretty solid.
Heard.
But anyways,
Will
yeah, I
do.
mean, there wasn't anything really to know other than Sonny being the worst referee in the history of the universe. But
Boobs.
I mean, it was one of those really exciting, mini lucha, WWF matches that we're putting on at this time.
7-something minutes, I assume, somewhere around
Yeah.
there.
I mean, it didn't really need to be on the card, but
It was 2 seconds shorter than the last match.
yeah. I mean, but it was, and for what it was, I don't know, it was like I don't know, 2.
We did have El Torito in this.
Yes.
The great El Torito.
And
Yeah, it was.
Tarantula and Mosaic and Battalion.
Yeah, I give it a 1.5. It was all right. It was fine. It was. I don't care about it, but it was fine.
Uno spot 2.5. I have no fucking clue.
Okay,
One
all
and a
right,
quarter.
all right. And Meltzer gave it a 4, a 3.5.
3.5.
Really, that was the highest rating he gave of the whole fucking night.
I'll tell you,
this was a fun pay-per-view.
Not according to Meltzer.
I'll tell you what's really strange. I realized when I was watching this match is these mini matches at this time are literally just WWF's attempt to counter program WCW's cruiserweight division.
I think, yeah, it might even be just them
Like,
taking shots more than
yeah,
anything. Is them just
yeah.
taking shots at the cruiserweights.
And I'm just
While
like,
having a light heavyweight title.
God,
Yeah.
can you imagine how much better these pay-per-views would be if there was like one quality, WCW style cruiserweight match somewhere mixed in?
Yeah.
Oh,
And I mean, it really would change the whole like show. And I mean, this is a good show for WWF. Like, it really is. Like, this is a great Royal Rumble, I think. Even with like some of the matches, like, obviously, I think what we get next is probably the worst of the night.
No.
What do we have next? Oh no, next is Shamrock. Sorry.
Yeah, The Rock versus Ken Shamrock for the Intercontinental title.
This match starts slow, but it's a slow build, but it's a good fucking match. It's a good match. It's a really solid fucking match, honestly.
The whole night was textbook protecting your actual fighter from looking weak, but still having him lose, quote unquote.
Dude, the fucking D'Lo Brown when he got his foot stuck in the rope looked so fucking sketchy. That was a good moment. I mean, the brass knuckles spot while cheesy worked for what it was. It was like you were saying, it was a good way to fucking keep him looking tough, but also get a lot of heat on the Rock. Our man Mike Chioda is in there. And then fucking shit, Chioda beat the fuck out of him, got the shit kicked out of him.
yeah, he took a belly to belly. I was wondering why we didn't ask him about that. That would have been a good question. How'd that
Yeah.
feel?
You're right. That's fucking scary. But the match itself, like I said, once it got going, I liked it, dude. I fucking had fun. Was it the best match of the night? No, but was it a really good fucking wrestling match that I would watch again? Yeah. So 3.5.
3.25.
Yeah, I don't know. It started really slow, heated up towards the end. I liked the finish about as much as I disliked it, which was like pretty equal. I thought it was creative, but it made no sense from a referee's perspective at any point in time. But yeah, I don't know. I didn't like it as much as you guys. I don't know if I'd come back and watch it. I would give it like a 2.75.
And the Meltzer, 2.25.
2.25. Wow. All right. Well, another time he's wrong.
That brings us to the Legion of Doom versus the New Age Outlaws.
Yeah, this match sucked balls. This match sucked. Yeah. Whew. The Road Dog, Jesse James, the A double crooked letter. Yeah, I mean, he hadn't gotten into his groove yet, and I will say this about Road Dog. For a guy who was not a professional wrestler to start with, like he really did start training basically when he was like Jarrett's fucking Road Dog. Like he did
And
like
the
a bunch.
roadie.
Like that was like him. He did a lot of training, and fucking for a guy who was relatively green, he came a long way very fast. He was never that good. Like Billy Gunn was always a great wrestler, but fucking Road Dogg, like once he fucking got in his like groove, like he had a while where he was just unstoppable on the mic, like really good. But
Yeah.
he hadn't hit it yet. You could tell he was figuring some things out, but he hadn't gotten there yet. The match was slow, it was boring, it was short. Thankfully, it was short, but yeah, it was not. It's completely forgettable. Like, do you remember anything actually from the match?
It happened.
Somebody got handcuffed.
And then they broke the cuffs or something.
But not till like after the match. During the post-match beatdown, they broke it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. 1 star. It was just fucking stupid, but whatever. It was fine. It wasn't anything like atrocious, but it didn't insult me, but it was just bad.
Yeah, I mean it was well worked, but completely forgettable. 1-2-5.
1. Meltzer. 2.5. Oops, sorry, wrong one.
Oh my god, dude.
Shane, drink.
I was gonna say he liked this more than the fucking Rock match. I'm gonna fucking lose my mind. Is now we're at the Rumble though, which this might be one of the most iconic Royal Rumbles I think of all time, and it's because of the first entrant. Like this fucking Royal Rumble is Mick Foley's Rumble. I know Stone Cold wins it, but like the second he came out first, I was like, oh shit, it's that Rumble. This is
So
what a great gimmick for this Rumble. The 3 faces of Foley.
I got something to say though, man. That first like chair fight with Chainsaw Charlie, God, the first like up until Foley started taking unprotected headshots, it looked so bad. He pulled that first shot he pulled it so much on Funk.
I
And then
love
like
Funk
it
selling
was
now.
slow and like, just totally phoned in. And then Funk.
I love when he sells though. When Funk sells,
Well, no.
goddamn.
And then he gets the chair, and then he just fucking whomps Foley. I was like, Jesus, man.
Yes,
Like,
dude. He's like, you
he took it
fucker.
so easy on you.
Yeah, well, he's probably pissed that he took it too easy on him. It's Terry Funk, But yeah, that was like what a great way to start the Rumble with Chainsaw Charlie and fucking Cactus Jack. Like really, really cool
got
moment.
to see 2 of my favorite legends, Terry Funk and Cactus Jack, going at it to eliminate fellow Narstonian Thomas Brandy, aka Salvatore Sincere, in 12 seconds.
Yep. Which is great because every time he came, like they talked about him, excuse me, it always sounded like they were saying Tom Brady.
Yeah,
I'm like, Tom Brady? I'm like, wait, what?
I only knew who it was because I'm like, oh shit.
It's Sal Sincere because
Wait,
he's in the FBI, right? He was full-blooded Italian. I'm almost positive he was in full-blooded Italian. Yeah. Well, anyway, so yeah, but those two.
His mom was my lunch lady in high school. Like,
Oh, really? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's wild.
Bro, you
Let's
got
see.
connections.
You got connections. Johnny
Hey,
Gonzalez here.
you think that's funny, but she worked at the Connections Cafe.
Jesus Christ.
Get the fuck out of here. Okay. What this is great. There was a lot going on in this match. You had everyone trying to eliminate Stone Cold. He had pissed everyone off.
They raffled off Stone Cold's truck.
They did do that, and it's so funny looking at that truck now, and you're like, Jesus Christ, like what a fucking hunk of shit.
Yeah, I enjoyed this match, but it didn't have my favorite portion of Rumble matches, which are the surprise returns, and you never know who's going to show up in the Royal Rumble. This was very much a Rumble that built off of other matches around the around the night, other angles. The entire show they were shooting the people are trying to literally kill Stone Cold Steve Austin for $1 million.
Yeah, and then you
Um,
had fucking the whole business between Owen Hart and Jeff Jarrett and Jim Cornette.
Yeah, I mean, and all of that. I think they did a good job with fucking Kurgan, man. They made Kurgan look like a beast.
Dude, Kurgan, like, man, for a guy who can't wrestle, like, at least he could sell the fact that he looked intimidating. Like, fuck, dude. Yeah, scary. He was great. Love Steve Blackman as always. Yeah, The Rock was awesome in this. Mankind was the star.
Also, you're saying no surprise entrance, but
Honky tonk, man.
there was honky tonk. Plus, first watching, not knowing what's going to happen, that Mankind music hits.
Mm-hmm.
That's a surprise.
That's a
Yeah,
huge
yeah, I
surprise.
guess. All right,
I mean,
all right.
in hindsight, sure, like you don't like now, like that's the thing is like you know that this is that Rumble, but then at the end, then you get fucking him coming out. What was it? Came out again, fucking
Dude Love.
Dude Love towards the end. Yeah, 28, and that was awesome. And like, yeah, I mean, there was some really good moments. Stone Cold won, which was great. He eliminated The Rock for the win. I'm pretty sure, right?
Yeah.
And The
I'll tell
Rock,
you,
man, came in at number 4. He was in there for almost an hour. Like, goddamn, dude. I had a lot of fun with this Royal Rumble.
I'll tell you one more thing that bothered me about this Rumble, and I could see where like somebody would enjoy this, or at least like it more than I did. I did not like how through this entire thing, all of the teammates and stablemates were all just womping each other, and they're like, "Yeah, well, it really is, free. It's really a free for all. Only one person's gonna win." Like when Farouk gets in the match. And then he
Yeah,
just
D'Lo.
immediately beat the shit. He just beats the shit out of all of the nation.
And D'Lo eliminates him.
Yeah, and I'm like, what are you fucking idiots doing? Like,
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. It could
yeah,
be
I mean, like
worse,
I said, I
but
mean, if you're looking at it like, okay, like, these people should understand the stakes like that they have, and they can worry about personal issues afterward. Like, I guess I can see it, but that it just irked me. I don't know. I I didn't hate this Rumble though. It was good. I like
it's
it
a
enough to
4.
to give it a 3.
I give this Royal Rumble match because I have to rate the Royal Rumbles on its own scale with other Royal Rumbles, and I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5 because this is one of the most memorable Royal Rumble matches of all time, regardless of how good it is. Like the second you realize which one it is, like yeah, I mean it's unforgettable. It's unforgettable. You know who's going to win, but you also get the 3 faces of Foley, and that's fucking one of the coolest Royal Rumble things that's ever happened.
I'll give it a 27 out of 30. Because it's a Royal Rumble.
27 out of 30. Sure, works for me, man. What does Meltzer give it?
Meltzer gave the Royal Rumble a 2.5.
2.5. Oh man. All right. All right. Well, we got the main event of this whole pay-per-view coming up now.
Yes.
This is another like icon, like very historic match, actually, because for two reasons. One reason, this is the match where Shawn broke his back and lost his smile, and it happens really early in the match. And
Yeah, which is really amazing. And
credit, yeah.
something that I forgot how early it was, because when I rewatched it, I was like, "Holy shit, that was that early in the match."
It was basically one of the first things that happens. Is he gets thrown over the rope and fucking breaks his back.
Just misses.
And hits the edge of the coffin and breaks two fucking vertebrae or whatever. And he
Yeah.
put on, man, he put on a hell of a match. He sold the hell out of everything. I mean, you know, if there was one guy that Shawn, especially in that time, really worked hard for, was Taker. Ooh, 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 made Taker look real good. Made Taker look real good. And in losing, I mean, you know, spoiler alert, Shawn wins. They get him in there, and then is this the one where fucking Kane comes out? Kane comes out and fucking cuts it open with a axe and fucking pours gas in it,
Yeah, well,
sets it
no,
on
he
fire.
screws Undertaker over,
He
man.
screws Taker and then
Yeah,
sets Taker on
yeah,
fire in the casket.
yeah. Sean doesn't
Um,
lose. Sean wins. He relinquishes the
Sorry, I
title.
thought it said that. Anyway, either way, fucking is it, and this is when Taker fucking ascends. He becomes like a spiritual being or some shit,
Yeah,
right? He's
yeah,
like,
because
I
Kane,
will
yeah,
return,
Kane kills him for the first time.
which is another. But like that moment was fucking pretty incredible. You know, like to watch because I mean they didn't really like it was very they do such a good job at those kind of things, right? Like the quote unquote like stage magic where it's like, you know, they get him in the coffin and he immediately rolls under the ring and they drag the
Yeah,
coffin up, but he like it's so quick and so clean that like, you know, in their arena you can't tell, and then they set the fucking thing on fire and like what a cool moment. That must have been fucking wild to be there live, close. I mean, you could see the security guards pushing people back and fucking like, yeah, they set that fucker up, dude. And I don't know, dude. Like, there was a lot of iconic shit in that match. It's pretty much I mean, it's the match of the night for me. I really do think it's one of Shawn and Undertaker's best matches. Until you get to like the later WrestleMania ones, obviously, where those were just pretty perfect matches in a lot of way. It's hard to imagine like what they would have done if Shawn hadn't immediately broken his back and how good it could have been. But yeah, it's a 4.25. It was a really fucking good match.
Oh, see, I was going all the way up to 4.5.
yeah. This is probably my favorite Sean Taker match from this particular sect of their rivalry.
It's definitely
I
the best of
just
this time frame. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it was it just it was quicker paced. There was a lot of bigger moves. You know, Taker took those took that hell running flip over, the Foley bump over the stairs, and then some
Hmm.
stiff stair shots to the back, and
Ooh, the
then
big tombstone into the
yeah,
coffin spot.
yeah, the big tombstone into the coffin, the big pile driver onto the stairs after that spot. I liked how much they worked with the coffin. I thought that was pretty interesting,
Hmm.
even if it branched into kind of silly when the coffin was closed and oh, what's happening, you know.
Hmm. But
Um,
then they also did the thing that they did. Was it the Yokozuna Undertaker coffin match where everyone came out and like
yeah,
attacked Taker, and they did that again where everyone like jumped him and tried to get him in
yeah.
the coffin, and this was like a throwback to that, and he fought out of it,
Well, yeah,
and then
and then
ultimately it was
Kane.
Kane who
Wait,
came out.
and then Kane came out. No, because he came out to save him, and they're like,
Hmm.
"Oh, there's gonna back him up," and then he, turns on Taker. Yeah, I mean, other than Sean breaking his back, obviously, um,
Which you
uh,
wouldn't have known had unless you knew. Like, there's
Yeah, I
no,
mean,
there
he was
was no
grimacing a
way.
lot, but yeah, no, I mean, I just would have thought he was selling or had tweaked it
Exactly.
a little bit. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, other than that, I mean, there's not really a whole lot to complain about this match. Obviously, I think if it was done today, the match could have been a little bit more exciting, could have been a little bit longer, whatever, blah blah. But for the time period in which it was in, and given where these performers were at, yeah, I mean, it was a 4 out of 5. It was really good.
Nice, man. Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, it was one of, yeah, I mean, the best Sean Taker match that we, because I guess this is the last time they will have like a pay-per-view match until we start getting into the
I,
like the WrestleMania time frame, because Sean's gone for a while
Yeah, four
after
four
this.
years. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
he's gone up until he comes back, and then they do the Triple H street fight at SummerSlam, and
Mhm.
then
Yeah, so I mean this, yeah, and out of all of the ones that we've watched, this is easily the best. And yeah, good props to them, especially Sean. Like, I know everyone loves to shit on him, especially Sean in this time frame for being a prick and not liking to do this and that. And but I mean, goddamn, dude, he fucking put everything he had into this match, and good on him for it. Made Undertaker look fucking awesome. Even like when he went old school, even though they didn't call it that, like it looked good, and that move never looks good. It's just like, oh, he's walking on the rope. That's pretty cool. It would be really easy for someone to pull him off or push him off. You're holding his hand. Do you not know how balance works?
no.
I love wrestling, man. It's like those little moments are fucking hilarious, and it's like, yeah, okay, but yeah, yeah. What did Meltzer rate this one? He rated this 3.5.
Yep.
Yeah.
Three
All
and a
right.
half.
What
Tied
do
for
we?
highest rated match of the evening with the minis.
I want to give this Royal Rumble pay-per-view. I'm torn between a 3.75 and a 4. I really did like this show. I was there was one match that I didn't like, but there was still some entertainment shit in it. But the whole pay-per-view itself was very entertaining. I didn't find myself bored. I enjoyed watching it. Wasn't the best wrestling, but yeah, I think I'll go 3.75. I think that's a fair rating for the show.
I think this might be the first of our historically significant pay per views we have watched that hasn't been a dumpster fire.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, Jesus Christ, like Survivor Series '97 was trash.
Bad blood.
Oh man, I wish we hadn't reviewed that. I would really miss the days when that was my favorite pay per view, and now I'm like, I don't even fucking know anymore. Whatever.
yeah, man, it
It
was
all
really
sucks.
good.
Yeah, I'm like, I guess there's some WCW ones that were good. That was like better.
Yeah, but
I guess Canadian Stampede was the best WWF pay per view of the year last year in '97.
Well,
yes.
this was not my favorite WWF show we've watched, but I didn't hate it. I like it enough to give it a 2.75 as a
Oh,
whole.
okay, that's better than average.
That's how I feel
Three,
about it.
a whole 3 for the Dozer. Hmm, not bad, boys. This is a fun show. I think '98's gonna have some really interesting pay per views in store for us. It's gonna be interesting watching like as WCW declines in quality and WWF goes up in quality, where the X is. You know what I'm saying? Like where you have that sweet spot where both pay per views are equally like as either good or shitty as each other.
So I suppose that means that next week we'll move into our next WCW pay per
Yeah, I
view.
guess we haven't done WCW in a while, so yeah,
Yeah.
we should do a WCW. What is the first WCW pay per view of 1998? That is a good question, because we finished that with whatever fucking stupid shit we watched last time. That was not very good. WCW. Whew.
Here we
As long-
go. 1998. Ooh. We get to start with Sold Out.
Oh
No.
boy.
Oh, so sold outs were always like pretty interesting B shows.
Yeah. All right. Well, stay tuned. Anything else? Anything exciting? No? No. Yeah.
No, we're
Cool.
low energy this week. We're
Yeah.
going to bed, boys. Good night.
Yeah, I got to work in the morning.
I gotta drive to Pennsylvania to go to a wedding.
This episode is sponsored by Topo Chico Hard Seltzers. Delicious spiked hard sparkling in the water, made by Mexicans.
Thank you for listening to this edition of Such Good Shoot. If you are on YouTube, please remember to like, subscribe,